Quick video going over both the Shun Sora 3.5-inch paring knife and the Wusthof Ikon 3.5-inch paring knife. The entire point of a paring knife, as I always mention, is not to actually cut on a cutting board, but rather to hold in your hand like this and feed food into, both to peel it and also to break it down into smaller pieces, like for example breaking down broccoli into little florets. Aside from that, it's important to note the Ikon is actually the highest tier line from Wusthof you can get, and the Sora is, ironically enough, the lowest tier line from Shun you can get. However, they both perform very, very similarly, so I thought I would make a comparison video regardless. Off the bat, they are both very similar in their methods of construction. The Wusthof and the Shun are both forged and handmade knives. The Shun is made in Japan, and the Wusthof is made in Germany, obviously. And their edges are also very, very similar. The Shun uses a 16-degree cutting edge, which is very, very sharp, and the Wusthof uses a 14-degree cutting edge, which is even sharper. But the metals they use are obviously different. Shun uses VG10 steel in the Sora line, which is sort of the gold standard in the knife making world. It's extremely hard, extremely resilient, and it holds an edge very, very well. The Wusthof uses their own proprietary blend of metal, which is actually only a 58 hardness compared to the 61 hardness of the Shun. So it's definitely going to dull much faster, and it's going to lose its edge much faster. With that said, they both have full tangs, essentially. And what I mean is the Wusthof obviously has a full tang. It's very nice and thick, and it also has this extra material at the bottom that adds weight into it while you're using it and sort of helps it mold with your hand. On the other hand, the Shun has something called a rabbit tang, and the tang actually ends about right here on this line versus the other lines that have it all the way down. And in terms of practical use, that's going to perform the exact same way as a full tang. This is why. If you were using this the way you shouldn't be using it, as a normal knife and working with it like this, the actual pivot point is so far back where you're applying pressure that there's no chance of the blade detaching from the handle and coming out. You're essentially using the entire tang as a handle. So in terms of actual practical use, it's going to perform the exact same way, and I think that should be noted. With that said, the handles are very different. The Sora uses a very sort of classic looking squared, simplistic handle. The Ikon, you can tell they've spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to make it a very ergonomic handle. And no matter how you're holding it, it really does fit into your hands, sort of like an extension of your hand, and I like that a lot. With that said, they both have essentially the same warranty. And what I mean by that is the fact that while the Wusthof has a lifetime warranty, the Sora comes with a 10-year warranty. But both warranties are manufacturer defect only, obviously. So regardless of what's going on, any manufacturer defect with a knife would probably be showing up in the first few months, let alone the first 10 years. So anything past that 10-year point, both companies will be refusing to fix anyway because it's most likely user error. So I think that's sort of a moot point. However, the Shun also comes with lifetime sharpening for free, which I think is a deal breaker. The reason I say that is because with knives that are high-end, if you take them to a reputable sharpener, it's going to cost you about $5 per inch on these knives, which means both of these knives would be roughly $15 to $20 alone just to sharpen. And even then, you don't know if you can get a great edge back, or if it's going to be sort of one of those horror stories that we always hear. With the Shun, you send it to Shun, they look at it, if they see any problems, they throw it away and they send you a brand new one. But otherwise, you can rest easy knowing they're going to give you the exact same edge back on the knife that was there when you first purchased it and first fell in love with it. I'll put a link down to both below. If you want a German knife or a German style knife, the Wusthof Ikon is the best possible set you can purchase. If, however, you like lighter, more nimble, sort of Japanese style knives, the Shun Sora is a really, really good value, and it's a phenomenal knife as well. So let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, as always, and otherwise I will talk to you very soon.